Hi everyone, Colleen O'Neill here at Mediation and Beyond. I am thrilled and honored today to have Michiko Takatani here from New York City. Machiko is a Japanese native born in Hiroshima and raised in Kobe. She's a teen. She traveled to Boston for a musical to learn composition and hatha yoga. She got curious about the human body and she left to New York City shortly thereafter. And she studied Tantra and she's worked at a geisha bar. After 12 years, that's a long time, Michiko, to studying Tantric and Hatha practices, Michiko felt that she needed to take a deeper dive into discovering the essence of the art and moved into a silent retreat to study non-duality and more Tantra under Osho's lineage. And I think most of us have heard of Osho, and if you haven't, you should study. After 3 years of a free spirit exploring unconventional paths of spirituality, she returned to New York in 2004 to train as a certified teacher under Kundalini Yoga East. And she's further studied Neo-Tantra with Margot Anand. Michiko integrated free spirit with the pure enlightenment and grounding of Kundalini Yoga and began teaching Neo-Tantra professionally. And it's in that combination of Kundalini Yoga and Neo-Tantra that has inspired the unique practice in learning how to deeply connect with a partner and energetically heal through massage. For the past 16 years, she's traveled across the world as a spiritual healer, teaching Neo-Tantra in Japan, Paris, Miami, and Sedona. And she's located in New York at 31st and 5th Avenue. And so welcome, Michiko, this morning for coming on my show and really helping us explore sexuality. So thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yes. So one of the questions I wanted to start off with, the word sexuality can mean a lot of things to a lot of different people. And just from your professional experience and your personal experience as well, but you know, combining all of that you've done all over these years, what is your kind of explanation, if you will, like on what sexuality is?
Yes, thank you for asking me this question, because this really made me think and like try to put in words by my own way. I didn't Google anything, you know, like try to come up with my words. And actually I came up with 3 different things. And it's a lot, but I think if I can explain all 3, it's gonna help the tantric view for people to understand. Yes,
I'm grateful for that. I'm going to sit back and just listen and learn myself.
Okay, good. So I'm gonna just quickly touch the third one. Third one is the more tantric view, and the third one is the energy exchange with recognition and admiration.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how I came up. That's more the sexuality in Tantra. And so the number one, first one, I thought, okay, so the general spiritual view, because Tantra is, you know, many people think it's like a sexual workshop or sexual therapy, but it's traditionally within a spiritual realm, right? Tantra is Indian tradition, one way of exploring enlightenment. So it's a spiritual genre. So the first I thought, okay, general spiritual view, what is the sexuality? Then I thought, okay, the energy coming from the second chakra. Second chakra is the, maybe many people don't know chakra. Chakra is the energy center. We have 7 energy center.
Right.
At the, and you know the chakra.
I do, but feel free to just go through them. Absolutely.
Yes. So the second chakra is little above top of the pelvic bone, and for women, it's around the womb. And this chakra is related to the sex organ. So I can say simple words, the energy coming from the second chakra and the sex organ, we can say sexuality.
Right.
So that's the first one. But interesting thing is when we meet friends, also we are using this second chakra too. Yeah, so general relationship, we are using this second chakra and also the heart chakra too.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have to narrow down, right? Because the friends, you know. So the second one I narrowed down. So the energy from the second chakra and sex organ, but with the desire of physical margin. So like want to be touched or want to touch or want to be seen or want to see.
Right.
Yeah. So the second one is probably the generic sexuality. So the energy from the sex organ with desire of margin, want to be touched, So the second one is the probably general. And the third one is the tantric one. I said the energy exchange with recognition and admiration. So for the tantra, actually, not only with the human, it can be objects too. So like some tantric people say, when you walk, try to walk like kissing to the earth. So the feet are kissing.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it can be any object. Like for example, I just changed the faucets of the bathroom water tap, and it's so cute. So every time I go to the bathroom, like so it's the recognizing, because before the old faucets, I didn't care. Like I was not recognizing, right?
Right.
So yeah, so the recognition and the admiration, and so the energy exchanging with
So it's not just energy exchanging between two individuals, which is when I think of tantra, I'm thinking sexual positions, and I'm thinking the exchange between myself and a partner. But you're saying it could just be with the earth. It could be with nature, or simply allowing our feet to hit the ground in a more loving, thoughtful, tantric kind of way.
Yes.
That's
Or
fascinating.
even the kitchen, the dish, or utensils. It can be anything.
So whatever we recognize and admire, can generate that energy that connects us.
Yes.
And it is always in the second chakra that where that connection comes from.
I know, not always. Mainly second chakra and heart chakra.
Okay.
Yeah, but yes, since we are talking about sexuality, if when you admire, usually coming from both heart and second chakra, mainly,
So when a couple, let's just say, going back to kind of relationships, when a couple doesn't recognize and or admire their partner, then I would imagine that's very hard to make that connection.
Yes.
So that's really fascinating. So you kind of need to stay in that recognition, admiration stage to fully connect.
Yes. So that's why, like all the time, like a long time couple, the seeing the partner so long all the time becoming almost like a wallpaper. So people need to step back and recognize again, recognize and admire.
So let's just take this pandemic, like this COVID, where everyone's inside way too much, and they never spent this kind of time with their partner. Can they still be able to recognize and use that admiration to enhance their sexual lives? Because I think from what I'm hearing is that there are many people who just like, I've seen him too much, or I've seen her too much, and I'm not. It's boring. It's old.
Yes, I know. Yeah. So the best way, the best way for actually anything, but the best way is meditate. So meditate, you can meditate separately or meditate together. Even meditate together, you are gonna be more subtler. Energy become much more subtler. So even same thing like even this one, if I meditate, I started noticing different curve. Oh, I didn't know there was difference here.
Yep.
Or yeah, so the meditation is the key. And meditation is the key
Yep.
for everything, right? And for tantra, like we have a special eye gazing, look at the eyes and then meditate. Yeah.
And without touch. Like, is that without
touch, right?
Because you're exchanging the energy between you and your partner without the sexual part of it, right?
Yeah,
it's
right.
that energy exchange to enhance the sexual part. Is it to enhance it? Or just to connect?
At the eye gazing point, you don't have to be conscious about sexual energy.
Okay.
Just it's like meditating with eye gazing.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
And how is there a time limit on that? Like, should you be doing it for X number of minutes, or how does that work?
Yeah, just try within a comfortable. This is actually very intense. Many people start crying or laughing. So maybe I should add before people do that. Try to. So this philosophy is important. So see partner as part of you. So in Tantra, we say that we both have feminine and masculine, right?
Yes.
We both have feminine, and we consider left side of body is feminine and right side is masculine. So sometimes we do like, okay, feel the masculine, feel the feminine, and then integrate both. So first, before meeting partner, we integrate within ourselves. So we feel we feel already complete and content before meeting. So if people can do like a little bit of this and then when you see the partner, you see your inner male, we call divine, like we treat as divinity. So the male divine, inner male divine is manifesting through male partner. And for men, your feminine, female divine is manifesting through female partner. So we see partner as our own divine, male divine or female divine.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
So you see each other in each other.
Yes.
Right. And so I gotcha. Okay. That's a great foundational piece.
Yes.
Right, to connection.
Yeah.
To see each other in each other.
Right.
Because we all have you're saying we all have that sexual and masculine energy. We're not all one energy. Right? So it's in that sharing and that exchange of energy. And then you're saying that's kind of the foundational piece before the eye gazing.
Yes.
Okay. And then that eye gazing, is that to help like kind of lock it in?
Yeah, try to lock in.
Yep.
But if you become too uncomfortable, sometimes you can take a rest. When I teach, I add, so many things to add in. But when I teach, I add the exchanging with the hands, exchanging energy with the hands. And right hand is the sending hand, and left hand is the receiving. So it's gonna be like this. Yeah, like this.
Oh, there you go. I got you.
Both parallel to the floor.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So but don't touch the partner's hand, so you can feel more energy.
Yeah. So you could feel the energy between each other.
Right. So if you do like that, when you start feeling uncomfortable with eye gazing, you can give more conscious to hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the energy can come from here. It can come from here, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. And then, so let me ask you this. What are some ways to get people kind of open to doing that? Because I imagine even people couples, let's say, that come to you, one may be like very interested, and then the other may be, I don't know.
Yeah.
How can somebody help their partner learn to explore, or do you even need to, can you be satisfied with yourself even if your partner's not?
Yeah, the tantric practice actually has to based on yourself, like we did. Like if your self base is not strong, then it's not gonna work with partner too.
Okay.
So any exercise, even for couple, sometimes not sometimes, all the time I give self-pleasuring homework, even for couple.
Okay.
So Tantra can be done you can explore by yourself too. And when you have sexual activities with a partner, even partner is not conscious, that you can kind of guide. Yeah.
Okay, so you can take what you've learned and then put it into your relationship in a way that you don't have to say anything really to your partner. You can certainly teach them about what you've learned about your own body and what pleasures you and what you're open to. Okay.
Right. Well, I recommend to say something, but it's same thing for like, can you touch slower, like same way, like you need to verbalize once for a while, not all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do all the time, like right.
Well, I know that there's a lot of people who have trouble even verbalizing anything.
Yes.
There's a lot of silence in sex, I think.
Yes.
I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying I think if people want to be able to open up verbally, is that something that you also teach, and how to help somebody be able to speak what they want?
So by experience of teaching students, most like 95% people cannot verbalize. Once the sexual energy lock in, right? Like So you need to consciously verbalize, but the way you say it has to be you have to put very, like you have to speak with the heart chakra, and kind of like tender way, because can you touch slower like that, and then it's gonna might ruin whole rest of life sexuality, because people are very vulnerable at the sexual situation. So like, even just one word, like why you cannot touch slow or something like that, it's gonna ruin. So you have to be you have to speak from heart, like, can you do a little bit slower, like something like that.
Well, I think you, like you said, you're so vulnerable that you want to be able to feel safe, not that you're being judged, right? So those harsh words, or even if you're not speaking them, if you're thinking them, it can have a completely different experience, because you may not be saying it, but if you're thinking it, because a lot of our sexuality, tell me if I'm wrong, I'm not, but is here.
Yes.
A lot of like how I imagine it's how you enter into that, which is why the eye gazing and the hand energy, it's like I think it sounds like that would it would be a good foundation to start having a good sexual experience. Right?
Yes.
Because a lot of it is in our heads.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
what do you notice most about couples, about like why they get stuck in not being able to have better connection? I'm not even talking just sex, just but
Uh-huh.
better energy. What do you have you
Yeah.
noticed anything over the years?
Yes, yes. So the actually this is same as the verbalizing. The yeah, actually, even for tantra is spiritual, right? So we feel like we don't have to speak, but the most case and the easiest to resolve problems is you need to communicate. But the so the like big problem of sexual activities, you don't have to say during the sexual activities. You can be probably, if it's very serious and heavy stuff, it's better to speak not in bedroom, not during the sexual
Okay.
activities, and but make sure partner is not doing anything, like, you know, we tend to say like, hey honey, like, you know, maybe man is doing something computer, and like, you know, so it should be, yeah, make sure ready to listen. But the communication is the key for even spiritual realm too, actually.
Right. And so it's kind of teaching
Yeah.
people how to speak, and like you talked earlier, like in that kind way
Yes, yes.
from the heart chakra.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And that's something I think people need to be taught.
Yeah,
I think
yes,
we speak
yes.
from here.
Right,
We
right.
don't speak from here.
Yes.
Got you. So
Um,
what are some of the things that couples can do, do you think? Is it being able to have more honest conversations? Is it being able to start sitting and the eye gazing? Where do you tell couples who kind of are trying to especially in the pandemic, kind of wanting to
mm-hmm,
reconnect, but not knowing
mm-hmm,
how to connect?
yes, yes. Yeah. What else can help the people? Yeah, the this one is kind of like a game play, but this can be good for anyone, not necessarily tantra people who are interested in tantra, not only for them. But this is actually coming from Neo-Tantra practice, and we do king's role and queen's role. So like this weekend will be King's Weekend or King's Day. Saturday is King's Day. Sunday is Queen's Day. And this is really good because for example, many women, they feel like they have to adjust to how men want. Yeah, many women feel that way. So if this is Queen's Day, okay, I already did the what King wants, like, you know. So like for example, maybe King might want to little like a soft BDSM or something like that,
Yes.
which I didn't know. Like you are gonna find out, yeah. And but you can say the rule is the you can say if it's really edge, like pushing out of edge, you can say no. That's the rule.
Sure.
So for example, if he wants to do hardcore BDSM, that one I cannot. Only like soft one, like maybe just tie a little bit or something like that, you
Yeah.
know. So so on King's Day, I already did what he wants to do. So Queen's Day, I can tell. That's how women think, like, yeah. So I mean, like many people feel guilty, yeah, to
Women, if they want something.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, many people feel like, for example, this couple, this woman wanted to do she likes slow and very, yeah, slow. Many women, most women like slow one, but the man is kind of typical, like very hardcore, very sports type.
yeah.
Yeah. So she said she told him once, and but she saw him, he didn't enjoy. She saw that.
Okay.
Yeah, then since then she couldn't say anything anymore. So I gave this homework too. So the Queen's Day and King's Day. So for King's Day, yeah, like his way, and Queen's Day, yeah.
So that at least gives each person, because it seems more fair. You're getting what you want on your day, and then I'm going to have what I'd like on my day. And so that kind of give and take probably doesn't make it seem like I want that or I want that.
Right. Yeah.
That's a great idea, actually. Yeah. But you find most women kind of do they kind of give in a little more to what their partner wants, or are they the ones who have more the hard time of speaking up?
Yeah, hard time of speaking up is both men and women, but women, generally women are the one more following the men's sexuality, maybe because we have like a nurturing nature, right? Like mother kind of nurturing nature. So like, oh, if that's what he wants, okay.
Yeah. And so in a way to solve that would be the King's and Queen's Day, a little of each.
Yes.
And how does somebody know what they want if they haven't done a lot of exploring of themselves? Say they've been busy raising kids and they almost forgot sexually what they were like. Do you know what I mean? As a woman, because you become a mom. How do you get somebody back into exploring themselves? Where do you begin with that?
Yeah.
Is it the masturbation or taking time, or?
Yeah, the masturbation is actually very recommended exercise for Neo-Tantra. So definitely the masturbation, we call as self-pleasuring ritual. We treat as ritual. Yeah. So the masturbation, self-pleasuring is really important. Definitely recommend. Yeah. And yes.
There's a lot of people alone during the pandemic. And so I think they almost forget to take that time to self-pleasure, and to explore and learn. You know, they don't have kids at home, or they're divorced or on their own or whatever. There's a lot of men and women like that. But I think, you know, without, I'm not against porn, but I'm saying without turning to porn, just turning inward and start to explore. Are there any great devices out there for women? And are there any great devices out there for men for self-pleasuring that you would recommend?
Yeah, you can use any device.
Okay.
I'm not expert of device because so the device, it's good to explore with device if the people who are not orgasmic. But actually the electric device numbs nerves. So it's gonna take 3 months, about 3 months to come back. So the students who use electric device, I recommend, okay, to explore, that's good. You can use electric device, but when you are ready to explore the physical, like with the hands and, you know, partner's hands, you need a 3 months rest. Yes. But yes, especially people who are not orgasmic, like how to achieve orgasm or something like that, go for exploring electric device. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just remember to need a 3 months rest to feel the human hands.
Okay. And but you're saying your human hands can be equally as effective if you're already orgasmic on your own, that you may not need a device, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, you got the point. Yes. Great.
And so you've spoken about the Neo-Tantra. So there's Tantra, and then there's Neo-Tantra. What is the difference between those two, Machiko?
Yes, actually, Tantra, we say in general world, Western world, general world, is actually Neo-Tantra.
Okay.
So yeah, because Tantra, if you say Tantra, there are traditional Indian tantras, also tantric Buddhism, like a Tibetan Buddhism is mostly tantric Buddhism. So some people misunderstand. So we used to call Neo-Tantra for this the more sexuality oriented modern Tantra was all Neo-Tantra, but we stopped calling Neo-Tantra because when we say Tantra, most people think this the sexual oriented, modern.
Yeah, I think that is, I don't know if it's the American understanding, but I think it's the understanding when you say Tantra, it's all encompassing for sexuality, except it has a deeper meaning and a higher elevated than just the act of having sex.
Yes.
Right. And so, but I think that many of us aren't clear on exactly what Tantra, how you know if you're even doing Tantra, or what it even looks like. And what I'm gaining from you is that it really starts at the foundational pieces of communication, the energy between the eyes and the hands, and that, encompassing both your masculine and your female, right? And touch. And eventually it is about, is there a goal at a place that you're aiming for when you're in Tantra, or is it always just about the exploration?
Yes, the traditional Tantra goal was enlightenment. So the spiritual enlightenment. But the modern Tantra, Neo-Tantra is the healing. So the heal all the chakras, try to take clogged off, like a blockage off, so the healing, cleansing, and elevate your spirit. Yes.
Gotcha. So when you say healing, it's those inner wounds, like when you're healing, right?
Yes.
But when you're with a partner, I think it's those really foundational pieces that you were talking about early, because you really can't heal anything. From what I've learned with Tantra, is you can't really heal anything unless you really feel safe with that person. Yes. Otherwise, it's just, I don't want to say just sex, but it's a different form of energy that you're exchanging, right? When you allow somebody to help you heal. Because you have to feel really safe. Would you agree with that?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah. So it's good to start with eye gazing or start with meditation. I have a 12-minute short Tantra things, like the 3 minutes of stretching legs together, like open legs, and I don't know.
Like a V, like the V.
Yeah, so like this, right? And like hands together and pull, so the stretch inner legs. That's then do the calf massage. The calf is very important for sexual activities. Calf has calf has many acupuncture spots for the sex organ. Bottom of, like around the ankle, there is the spot for sex organ. And then kidneys are very important. Yeah, if kidneys are tired, that means like alert, right? Like adrenal kidneys is like a fight or flight.
Yep.
So in fight or flight time, the hormone says like take a rest for sexuality, because when you need to run, you don't want to thinking about sex, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
you have to run before. Yeah. So if kidneys, adrenals are tired, like no drive for sex. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't really realize
Yeah.
that, but that makes a lot of sense with your adrenal.
Yeah. So the lower calf has the kidneys point, and generally like a fluid acupuncture points for the fluid stuff is on the calf. So of course massaging whole body is better, but we don't have much time usually. So I say at least massage calves. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yes.
I think massage is one, when by your partner is, I think, one of the most, one of the nicest ways to give. And then because you're giving, you're also receiving, right? Because you're making your partner happy or relaxed. Then you also have pleasure from seeing your partner relax.
Yes.
Right. And so I think that's, there are other ways to really set those foundational pieces to have a really good connected sexual experience. And so what you do for work in your profession, I know you talk about massage, and is it giving the massage to help people learn about their bodies and to see what pleasure points they have, or what is it exactly that the benefit of, say, going to see somebody like yourself would be?
Yeah. During my lesson, the massage I give is more for the healing. Yeah, so healing whole body. So not so much of finding erogenous point, sexual point. It's more for the healing whole body. So I can sense the blockage area. So blockage area, and I also do like sending energy work too.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So also for the people who, when you give massage, except toward the end you can go more like erotic, but the let's say 80-90% of time, it's good to set the intention to heal.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So like healing. Yeah. And also I often tell, like, think like a dog. I heard that dogs can smell the cancer point.
Yes.
Yeah, you've heard it? Yes. So it's not the cancer, but believe you are like a dog, you can smell where the blockages are, something like that. So if you believe, you can do. So yeah, it's good to do as the healing state. Yeah.
And when a couple comes to you, is it about helping them each do their own healing? Because I think everyone has some healing, right?
Yes. The first lesson, we don't have time, so I have to heal both of them. So like I massage both of them at the same time on first lesson. Yeah. And like second and third, I teach how they give. Yeah.
Okay. So you're helping teach a partner how to help heal their partner, really, in a way, and vice versa.
Yes.
Wow. Then they can leave whole and really enjoy the foundational pieces that are now set for, reaching enlightenment and moving themselves higher up so that they can support each other on that move, right?
Yes.
Nice. And how long have you been in practice?
For myself, Tantra for myself is like almost 30 years. I'm old. Yeah. But the start teaching publicly is since 2004.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what have you noticed during the pandemic? Have you noticed that there are more people kind of looking outward to get some help, or do you hear that, or are you seeing that it's more quiet and people aren't reaching out? What have you seen? Just, I know it's just your business, but nonetheless.
Yeah, actually, after we opened the lockdown open up, not so many my regulars came back yet.
Okay.
But yeah, from viewing from those few, actually my students survived okay. I'm like proud of myself. Like I taught the basics, so like my students, like couple, they survived pretty good. Like they felt more bonding.
Okay.
Yeah, but I heard from outside the like many people are divorcing or breaking up because of that. Yeah. So, but yeah.
Well, I do a lot of divorce work, Michiko, and so I'm wondering what your thoughts are. Do you think it would be beneficial for like a couple who's kind of thinking about their divorce to perhaps, you know, everyone, you can go to talk therapy, and I think that only does so much, and sometimes nothing, and sometimes it's very helpful. It just depends. But do you think the kind of like another option would be for couples who are struggling, and maybe someone lying in bed at midnight saying, I don't know why I'm with this person I'm next to. Would something like coming to you be helpful before they kind of make that decision?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
And what could you offer them?
The actually same approach for regular couple. Just I see the how they exchange energy, and often the couple who are almost breaking up or divorcing, they basically cannot listen at all. Cannot listen. Like if somebody starts, because you like that. Yeah.
So you could maybe help them if they're open to it. Shift some of that energy to see what happens.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, it's a good option because like I give a little more physical, energetic approach. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you too, if let's say I'm thinking about getting divorced from my partner, and he or she doesn't they don't want to go to somebody like you, they're done, but no one's really filed anything, but you know, they're just like, I don't want to bother. Would it be helpful for someone like me just to go myself to see somebody like you, so that whatever happens, I've shifted, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So you could help me just do my own healing, right? And maybe help me get in a better place in case I get divorced.
Yes.
Okay. So I guess you don't necessarily need two people.
Right.
Okay. It's kind of like, even if you're staying married, I could still come. You don't need two people. It's nicer to have a partner, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
Okay. And so lastly, before I could talk all day to you, do you see any trends coming in the world of, you know, around our sexuality or around our sexual experiences? Do you see any trends coming along, and especially now that we have the, you know, the masks and the COVID? I think it's so hard to see the mask because I don't get to see people smile.
Right.
I mean, your eyes, yes, but you know, and you don't really. This would be very different if you had a mask on and I have a mask on. It would be an exchange. And so, given that that's kind of where our lives are at the moment, do you think that affects our sexuality?
Yes. Yeah, I think so. Let me see. First, I think Tantra is definitely trend. It's becoming more trend. More people are interested in. So that's one thing. But I worry about, like, especially younger generation. another trend is like a device. The like many people are go into the like a, 3D device.
Yes.
And like so like
Different world.
yeah, like artificial, like AI kind of sex is definitely becoming trend.
Okay.
Yes, yes. So yeah, I worry about that. Yeah, because then start losing human connection.
You start losing this, right? You don't get this in AI.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and I heard like I don't know it's already existing or they are planning, but like you can get a sense too. Eventually, people can get a sense too. Yes, so that's a little like I worry a lot. So it's like completely two different extreme way, because tantra is not only physical. You are gonna be aware of energy too. So the energy, and also there is an energy orgasm. Tantric orgasm is like an energy orgasm, like a spasm, like kind of electricity kind of, yeah. So, and this is like a non-physical, right? So like two extreme different way going, like that's how I see now.
And that tantric energy, that for the, I mean, it is really much more magical if you're doing that with a partner where it's not about the sexual act, it's about the energy, right? And so if over here you don't even have another human being,
right,
and you have the energy from the artificial intelligence,
right,
that's,
yeah,
I don't know, I guess it leaves the heart out of it.
I know.
I mean, it almost leaves that heart chakra out of it.
Right. Yes.
Which is a beautiful energy in and of itself.
Yes.
I would never have
Yeah.
thought about artificial intelligence as one of the trends, but you're right.
Yeah, the younger people, because younger generation, they grew up with the iPhone. Can you imagine? They grew up with
I know.
iPhone. Yes. So it's not foreign to be only like AI sexual too for them, because
because they don't even make a phone call. Like they won't even they won't get on the phone. Why would you get on the phone?
Right.
Talk to somebody? No, I can just. So it's almost that removal of that other human being.
Right.
No connection.
Yes.
No real connection.
Yes, right. So like spiritual, like a yoga teacher, or spiritual realm, and your therapy is also like you meditate, so like that you have a spiritual
Absolutely.
yeah, right, spiritual view too, right? So like those people, we really have to help younger generations to come back to like this world, I think.
Yeah, so like when you have a spiritual mentor, like an Oshi or someone like that, right? When you have that spirit, that's a human being,
Yes.
right? It's not artificial intelligence that is your mentor. There is actually that physical human connection to somebody who's spiritually guiding you.
Yes.
Well, that's amazing. I guess that's a conversation to have in and of itself about sex and artificial intelligence. Well, I've so enjoyed having you.
Thank you.
I could pick your brain for a long time, and I would love to have you back on at another time if you.
Yes, please, yes.
So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
And
Thank you.
I will put your information below, but can you just give people who are listening the name of your practice and how to contact you?
Yes. So the website is the Neo-Tantra.orgasm.com.
Yep.
And yes, you'll see the menu, like what kind of lesson you want to. I do online lesson too.
Oh, interesting.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
So there's online in case for somebody who doesn't want to come in person.
Yes, or the online is less expensive. So the maybe people who So the website is the And actually, it's funny. We talked about the self-pleasuring. I released the song about masturbation back in April. Yeah. And
Oh,
yeah, because the New York City was recommending to do masturbation if because the kind of avoiding contacts to
right.
spread virus. So, okay, New York City mentioned about masturbation, so I released the masturbation song. So I'm gonna ask you to put the link to the
Oh,
song.
please, I'll
Yeah,
put the
yeah,
link to your song
yeah,
on our YouTube channel, and I'll link it to my Facebook and everywhere.
yeah,
That
great,
did you
great.
write and create the song, Michiko?
Yes, yes, mhm.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes, yes,
You have that musical background, right?
yes, yes, right.
I'm excited to listen to that. So, for everybody listening, this has been a great interview with Machiko
Thank you.
Takatani, and I appreciate you coming on. You can find her information, how to contact her. I'll put it in the information on our YouTube, and we'll link her song about masturbation to that as well. I'm excited to hear that. And Machiko, thank you. Have a great day, and I'll
Thank
look forward to
you.
connecting with you at another time. We'll bring you back
Yes.
on. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.